Hey, how's it going? Do you sometimes wonder how long you should plan things for? When I talk about the long term, I talk about the long term. And I can tell you, I've made the mistake myself. We're going to talk about how long you should plan things for and why you need to plan for them for the long term. But first, my name is Jean-Serge Gagnon, and I help you create digital courses so you can live your life on your terms. And the reason I bring this up is because I was actually listening this morning to Russell Brunson's ebook, Expert Secrets. It's an amazing book. Of course, I've listened to it probably 10 times now. And every time it feels like I'm learning something new, right? Even though I know I've heard it before, I feel like, anyways, it's just awesome. You should listen to it for sure. Or read the book if you're more into reading. But in any case, he's talking about the perfect webinar script. And in this script, he explains, all the things you got to do for a great webinar and everything else. But the crazy thing is that he talks about doing it for a year or more, every single week, the exact same webinar, the live webinar, doing all the same steps, doing all the promotion before it, doing it at the same time every day, doing the same subject, doing the same ads, doing everything the same for a year, even longer, he says. He says that even today he still does them once in a while, even though he's automated them a long time ago. And most people, even myself, would want to do it for, a couple months max, and then automate it, right? But he says that's a big mistake. And I can tell you from experience that it's not easy to plan for the long term, right? To do the same thing for a long, long time. I mean, I've been doing my simple online strategies, and then I went to Real Talk, and now I'm doing Course Talk. But that's a video I do every single day, and I've been doing it for, it's probably 2.5 years now. I'd have to check when I first started, but it becomes a habit after a certain amount of time, right? Before it becomes a habit, though, it's not, one of the easy things to do, right? And the reason why, like I say in the post, is that, even though humans are creatures of habit, it takes a long time for us to change a habit or do a new habit or create a new habit, right? And that's kind of what we want to do. That's why we talk about, doing things for the long term, right? And when you plan something and you're not planning it for the long term, then you're not going to get the results. And that's the thing, is we're trying to do things and we're not getting results. Well, we get annoyed, we get upset, we want to quit. We feel that we should be getting results, right? People tell us, oh, do this, and within a month or two you're going to have results, you're going to have sales, you're going to have this, you're going to have that, and that doesn't happen, so we quit. So what I'm here to tell you is that unfortunately it takes longer than that, and you need to make a decision to do something for the long term, something for, like I said, a year or more. And I know it sounds scary because it feels like, oh my God, what if I waste a whole year doing something that doesn't work? Well, one of the things you got to remember is that if somebody's telling you to do it, it's because it works. They've done it. It worked for them, so it can work for you. And the reason why you got to do it for so long is because when you start out, you're going to be nervous, you're going to be doing it wrong, you're going to make mistakes. Those kinds of things are going to happen. But if you keep doing it, eventually you're going to get good. You're going to get good at it, you're going to get better, and you're going to start to get those results. Now, I'm not saying that that's guaranteed. I'm not saying that you're going to get the results. What I am saying is that you're not going to get the results if you quit within a couple months. If you're not getting results within a couple months, it's not because it doesn't work. It's because it didn't work for you. That's the thing I'm telling you, for sure. And I know that because when I first started, I did Facebook Lives and blogging for the first couple months because I was told that I would get results within the first month, within the first 2-3 months. So that's what I told myself. I'm going to do it for 2-3 months. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to do something else. Or I don't know if I told myself that, but that's kind of what happened. I kind of chose to do something else after a few months. And I know today that was big mistake. I should have kept doing the same thing, or maybe I should have been a little less aggressive in the beginning. Because when I started doing like 4 hours a day, like 2 blog posts, 2 Facebook lives, 2 trainings every single day, right? And I mean, that is insane. That's an insane amount of work. So there's planning for the long term, but also planning smart, not overwhelming yourself, not doing too much. So I mean, that's why you gotta plan for the long term. You gotta do something and do it for long term. And if you're not sure what you should be doing, then reach out. Let's have a conversation. I'd love to help you do the right thing and get the results you want. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, if you think somebody else needs to hear the message, then please go ahead and share. I'd really appreciate it. And we're going to talk to you tomorrow. Have yourself a great day.